that this event is being hosted and sponsored by the UNIA parent body. We like to call it UNIA of the 21st century. Now, many of you might not understand what that meant when I said UNIA parent body. But let me break that down for you, okay, so you're really clear. Y'all know who Marcus Garvey is, right? Everybody that knows Marcus Garvey is, raise their hand. Everybody who does not know who Marcus Garvey is, raise your hand. All right, well, this is what's happening. Y'all know what Marcus Garvey brought to black people. Does everybody know what Marcus Garvey brought to black people? Everybody don't know? No, that was, yeah, well, he brought the UNIA-ACL government with no global boundary to our people. That's the main thing Garvey brought to us. A lot of other things came with that. But when they took Garvey out, they never were able to move on. They never came at the government. So the government is being reestablished. Now I know many of us are lost in what governments are, and we fall under other governments, and we support other governments, and we hold other governments up. But if you can't hold up your own self, you'll never be able to respect, or nor will you get respect from anybody else. So what Garvey set up was a boundary-less government. A government for African people all over the world. There ain't no other government like it. There won't ever be any other government like it. Because governments are not really what they tell you, governed by the people for the people. The government we represent, though, follows the Most High. We believe man is a disagreeable beast, and man has fell short, and that's why the planet is being destroyed. That's why we are on the bottom when we are the first world people. Y'all understand that? So we're going to bring our chaplain up of Division 332, and she's going to do libation. But this fundraiser is for the African Redemption Fund of the UNIA, Garvey's Voice, and the Legal Defense Committee. Now those might sound like some things that you don't think are relevant to you. You're going to find out later on, if you stay in tune with us and you listen today, that all of them are absolutely relevant. We talk about sovereignty, we talk about freedom, and we don't control our own legal destiny. Can y'all relate to that? We be going to their court, or we be called into their court. Where's ours? Garvey said, where is the black man's government? Where is his men of big affairs? I don't see them. So what I will do, I will work to help make them. Well, we are the cubs, now the lions in this time, who sit at the feet of people who work with God. And when we say we lions, we're not playing about that. You know about the Lion of Judah, and you know about the Sphinx, right? Y'all know about that, right? I know you do know Rastafunk. I know you know. I know you know. I know you know Heru. Delani, I know you know. But for real, we are lions. And lions rule things. But we are lions who have fell down under other systems. And we got to come up out of that. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep on hitting you with that. But understand that we are all creations of our Creator, and it's all our responsibility as creations of the Creator to create a more positive environment for new creations that come through a procreation process that the Creator gave you as a creation of His and hers to create more life in the world. So it's your responsibility. So it's time for us to hold ourselves accountable in this time and stop the earth and human beings, particularly black people, from being misused and abused. And believe me, y'all, we can do that. We can do anything we want to do. In fact, up you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. We're going to do libations, and then we're going to move forward with the program. And even though we're moving a little late, like I told you, it's a liberation zone, we're really not late, we're on time.
Please, everyone empty their laps.
Sure.
Everyone empty their laps. Feet on the floor, flat. Close spaces. You all are welcome to do the same. We're going to open up with a quick prayer. We're going to bring in the ancestors so that this will be an awesome event. Okay. Everyone just take a deep breath and breathe and say to yourself, peace, be still. Take another deep breath. And just be peace upon you. Mother, Father, creator of the universe, the heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that in them is, we give honor to you and thank you most much for this opportunity to be in oneness. We say that we are two Wamoja, but we are one. We say, Lombalia de Bikabu Lombalia. For if you do not know the Spirit, then you are in utter darkness. And we say that we are in light today. And it's because of the opportunity and honor to stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. And ancestors, we're going to call you and invoke your loving spirit with us today, this evening, to empower the event. And so we say ancestors, ancestors, blacker than the midnight skies of new, and all the colors of the rainbow. Ancestors, ancestors, we pay homage to you and bid you peace. For without you, there is not us today. We ask you to be with us, ancestors. Sup with us, be around us, protect us, and share your wisdom from spirit realm. And as we call your name, ancestors, our response will be Ashe. And you will call your ancestors close and far, those you have an affinity for, and those that you honor within your family and in history and in time. And so we say, Ptah, Ashe, Imhotep, Ashe, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, Yah Satawa. Come on.
Happy Holy.
Ashe.
Amy John Scott.
Ashe. Mark Garvis. Ashe. C. Dolores Tucker. Wilhelmina Roller. Calvin Roller.
Miles Davis.
John Wilson.
Jimi Hendrix.
Ankh Mirab. Mamadi Namasuma. Baba Ngoma. Ed Bradley. R.C. Davis.
Barnett Williams.
Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Walter Rodney.
Ashe. Ashe. Hepsetshah. Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
Rude.
Ashe. 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 For ancestors, without you, there would not be us. We give you this thanks, this honor, and this privilege for you to be in our presence here and share in the energy, the love, the wisdom, and the knowledge that only you can add to. And for this, we are ever thankful. We say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe-o. And so it is. Peace.
Thank you, Sister Mona Cherie. We really appreciate that. As I was saying earlier, the UNIA ACL parent body is hosting this. However, we have two divisions here in Washington, D.C. One Division 330, the Carter G. Woodson, Brother William Henry Jackson Bay Division 330. We have Division 332, named after Baba Kamau Robinson, King Baba Kamau Robinson, and Queen Mother Estelle James, who are two ancestors. All of those divisions are named after folks who we are emulating. If it were not for the ancestors, not just Marcus Garvey, we would not be here today. We want to thank Mona, and we want to get right back into an official introduction, even though Brother Michael of Michael Music Productions is always around. We call on him. He's a very active UNIA participant. He's a good friend, and he's an artist who don't take no stuff. He's straight ahead. He feels it. Without any further ado, he's being accompanied by my good brother who go back all the way in the hood with me. I gotta look at his card though, ain't that something we gotta do? We got additions. G.L. Chris Moore. Now, I ain't gonna tell you what I knew him by, but anyway, that's my good brother. Because I wasn't Senghor Baye when we hooked up either. Right? But anyway, without any further ado, Michael Productions, and then we'll bring Precise Science. So put your hands together, y'all. Put some warm black melanin together. Thank you.
say hello. And I'm so glad you stopped by to say hello to us, the ancients. Somewhere we made love in the glow of the moon. You wrap your love around me, just like a butterfly cocoon. Could you have been the body you possess? A cradle as though I like a butterfly's cocoon. Ooh, could you have been? What body did you possess? Yeah, hey, I feel as though I were your only son. Dark as the night so blue, I feel with mystery. Though you've seen a million stars, searched 1,000 streams and rivers, still you'll stop. Say hello to us today with your ancient eyes. Thank you. Brother Christian. Brother Senghor. We're going to do one more. We'll keep waiting until Brother Senghor says stop.
Look, I don't know what's wrong with many other times that we say, yeah, let me do another one, let me do another one. Y'all want some more? Yeah.
Well, I thought you were going to, let's go. We'll do a quick love song. This is called For Your Love. I don't know what key this is in, but this one is.
Turn it off for y'all.
Thank you, Brother Frismore. Well, tell Brother Tony to stop. I'm going to do something else until he gets up here, okay?
World tormented. Your pain now is the pain of the world. Your tears have now become the tears of the world. The cycle of heartbreaks are recycled again. Love is barren again, and wounded and weeping. The tyrannical ones tried to murder the great spirit of love and wisdom, century after century. Another oppressor, another Hitler, another Bin Laden, another Bush, another racist, another fascist, another powerful nation. Your money does not help anyone with your self-righteous dogmas. The world's in great pain again and again because of our religious misinterpretations. Love and brotherhood are ignored and cast out of the books of righteousness for selfish and sinister means. For the love of money and power, everyone walks through life wounded and bleeding, dying, wounded in the soul, wounded in the mind of love and dignity by the detachment of our wisdom. No one is the victim of war and madness, greed and power. Everyone is angry because we can't teach love. We can't honor it. We can't give it. Only love teaches love. Only love knows how. September 11, 2001.
Driving me crazy.
driving their cars. Nobody's going to give up their SUVs. What future are you talking about?
If in my remarks statements are made that are critical...
Can we hear y'all for Michael Productions, Michael Music Productions, huh? Now, I tell you now, a lot more can come into that. But I want to hail up some people here real quick, and then we're going to bring on, you know, my good brothers, you know, who kind of straightening out the hip-hop stuff. And when I mean straightening out, I mean they're bringing the real deal back to black again. But before we do that, I want to hail up again Delani Amon from Harambe Radio. I want to hail up my Miss Walters, Dale Walters' wife, who is with us. And y'all that don't know Dale Walters, y'all need to go over to that table and be sure, so you leave here, you're clear. Apocalypse Africa, you got to get. And there's a lot of other product. But you got to know what's been happening since the 50s all the way up to now. With guns, greed, and genocide. I know we got too much foolishness in our own community, is that not right? But y'all can imagine what's going on in Africa. Y'all gotta check it, and you gotta know. And I know we're excited about the newly elected President Barack Obama. I know that. Is that not right? Put your hands together, y'all. You can do it. But here's the deal. You gotta know what presidents did back from Eisenhower all the way up to Bush, which are still in place, which is raping our own motherland, where all humanity comes from. And the guns that are there are used by our own people to kill each other, but it's perpetrated by a system called white supremacy. And the whole purpose is because of greed. So they can take out the diamonds, take out the gold, take out the oil. And the genocide piece should be clear to you. You know about the eugenics movement, or y'all know about disease, right? So y'all got to check it before we wreck ourselves. And then you go over to that table, Brother Dale Walters is somebody who hopefully will be with us later on, who has put his life works into being a journalist, into letting you know what should be happening and what we need to know.
We also want to hail up the new president of the UNIACL, Senghor Baye.
Hey, look, Council General sitting up there, Brother Farouk Muhammad. I gotta let him know, Farouk. Hey, Farouk, there's a real deal. It ain't about me, he or she, it's about we collectivity. If you really want true sovereignty, you gotta get back to the collective. Because one of us come from two come from four come from eight come from 16. Nobody is an individual who stands alone. Nobody. You couldn't even come into the world without a mother and father and procreation of somebody, the Most High and ancestors, giving your mother and father the blessings to bring you in. So it ain't about your individuality. So y'all get off of that Eurocentric thing. The personality you see here is descendant of the ancestors. So when you look at me, you're looking at yourself. And whenever I make a move that is not the right move, you tap me on the shoulder and say, brother, I think you should go this way. Because that's what it's really about. Us to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. And none of us should know more than the next person. And if we do, it's our responsibility to show. So as the ninth successor to the right excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey, I promise y'all that we're going to hold integrity from the bottom up, and the top is not going to run over the bottom. But if you don't come and give us the energy, if you don't be the you near that you are, when we do get put under attack, we look back, we ain't got no power base. Precise science gonna tell y'all what that's all about. And these brothers I'm getting ready to bring to y'all are not no joke. It's not about no entertainment thing. It's an inner attain, or it's go within oneself and use the creativity and to kick it out. And the science you get ready to hear spit through the mouths of these brothers is going to be everything that you should be about and you should be checking. Because for real, it's about healing. It ain't about just feeling good. It's about healing. I got to hail up my Moorish brother too, man. Stand up, brother, you know, and hail up everybody. Y'all, yes, because see, a lot of times we fail to understand that we're one big empire family, and we come from many empires. And sometimes we get caught up in the machinations or the religious scrupule thing. But we got to be able to blend and come back one again, because we all come from the same source. So, but without any further ado, I am so happy to bring these brothers who I was able to go to Garvey Park with, and man, Dr. Tony Martin, we had Honorable Redmond Battle, we had Brother Heru, I was there, and we were just kicking it for everybody, and you know, but when Precise Science stepped to the mic, they came out of the woodworks. This was folks in the park we didn't even know was there. They just came down and converged. Because when you break it down into science par excellence or a spitting power of language that the brothers on the street or the brothers from the schoolhouse or wherever you from, if your brother can understand, then we getting back to black again. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's what we talk about when we say later for the slop hop, and I give my props to Black Dot. But it's a fact. I'm an old school head now. If you give me the wrong stuff, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care whether you're kicking jazz, reggae, whatever you call your music. If it don't groove me and don't lift up my mind, I ain't dealing with it. I ain't got time for that. Because we gotta heal the planet, y'all, and it don't roll like Superman. Did y'all know what I'm talking about, right? When we say heal the planet, we're not talking about Superman flying around the earth and turning it. We're talking about all the black people on the planet that go with the nature of the universe getting back into blend again. Because that Superman thing was a fake thing, just like Tarzan. Frankenstein and Dracula were the only real dangerous white guys. Real dangerous white guys. So, but anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to bring to you precise, 4 times science.
Hotel family.
Hotel, peace.
And if you ever had the pleasure of being introduced by Baba Senghor, you know he kind of chokes you up when he gives you the introduction like that. I think we're going to have to stay apart so we don't get no feedback.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Stay apart. Test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yo.
Unia is one of the first people who embraced precise science. I think it's 2.5 years ago now. We were down here in Banneker City a lot performing for the UNIA, and they put us forth in front of a lot of people. It upped our sales, and that was history. So we've been around the country. We just got back from the West Coast over in LA, doing some things and enlightening the people. We got to go back there in February. We're going to be into some schools and things of that nature. So if you need us in your school system, if you like what you hear, you can purchase it. You can come to us. We're doing the schools for cheap. You know what I mean? We're from Tubman City, but we'll come down here. We'll do a whole set for $200. As you can see, it's 4 people up here, but we feel as though the youth, it's been very important for the youth to hear this. So that's what we're doing. Anything that you hear, almost anything that you hear tonight, will be available for purchase. We have DVDs, we have videos of these songs as well. So there's videos on our DVD. We're dialoguing with master teachers. We have a freestyle session with Professor Griff, Public Enemy. So there's a lot of things on there that you can enjoy. Everybody okay?
And we always want to thank the United Negro Improvement Association for all the work, all the tireless work, and the legacy of Garvey that we must keep within our hearts, and we must let the youth know all the struggles that the past generations have been through. And we do that in a musical way. And without further ado, I think we need one more mic check.
Yeah, let's do this. All right. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead. Play the joint. Minds are like mics, they should be checked.
1, 2.
Minds are like mics, they should be checked.
1, 2.
Minds are like mics, they should be checked.
1, 2.
Minds are like mics, they should be checked. You think Barack Obama erases white supremacy? The direct impact that it had on our history then. Today we like to introduce the truth so that it can be the root. We gain the minds of our youth. Start the cleansing. Keep transcending. Time and space. Control what you see, hear, feel, and taste. Unlock the 90% that lies dormant so we can utilize our temple at a high performance. Unify and build the only thing that makes sense. Form a defense for Megan Williams Genesis. I think this mic's been checked. Envelope, bless the crowd, get their respect.
minds are like mics, they should be checked. 1, 2. Minds are like mics, they should be checked. 1, 2. Your minds are like mics, they should be checked. 1, 2. Your mind's like a mic, it should be checked. I gotta say what up, wake up to a Tubman City state of mind. City more careful in these streets trying to stay divine. Yo, why they hate? I don't know, man. Yo, was it because of my knowledge of self? Or is it just from the way it shines?
ready for shaving highs. All these fake artists with a noose and Gina ready to hang them high. Higher than government gas price and tax. Cause less than a man's how whites think of blacks. How you think the facts, a matter of perspective. Experience you had plus the data you collected. Either the truth or a master of deception. Proper mic checks flowing in all directions.
Yo, we come before you this evening in a spirit of liberation and to spark a conversation regardless of your religious or political affiliations. Hotep, Habari Ghani, Assalamu alaikum, shalom, shalom, peace. What it do, brothers and sisters? This goes out to the professors and the scholars, to the players, the naysayers and paper chasers. Be that paper degrees or dollars, hip-hoppers, lend us your ear. We need to holler. For those of you who desire heroes in non-blinking attire, lyrics that inspire revolutionary fire, and to those who consistently inquire or inherently feel that something's gone terribly wrong, these are your songs. Coming at you live from the Kemetic calendar year 6249 of Quaba, which means one. You have found your family in an African mind. She was born Harriet Araminta Ross in the occupied territory of Maryland, named after the British Queen, daughter of Benjamin Ross and Richard Green, grandchild of Modesty, who was of pure African lineage, the architect of our liberty. We reclaim this village and rename it in her honor, this hill of the Moors, Baltimore, no more. Tubman City, henceforth and forever. Aunt Harriet, well, we will never forget you.
Home of the underground railroad movement, feel it in your mind, body, soul music. Got them all moving to the spirit of Harriet, along with heavenly melodies, which I carried it. And when time comes, you bury me on the roots of my family tree. Leaves some kind and carry pit. And I'ma cherish it, a living, dying, a resurrected legacy beyond any comparison to anything built up, scraping the sky. Recognize the foundation of I, the foundation that ties a long ribbon of heritage, the many years of history, and even more tears of misery. Crying from the righteous, their trail still flows as I write this anthem. The city's where the fight goes on. Fred Douglas to Lady Day, hip hop made a light of freedom never fade away.
Never.
The weather forecast for Tubman City today. Future is cloudy, chance of precipitation on the grim situation we lose. Kids the guns with every showing of the sun. Lose lives so young, never knowing you're the one. Beacon the light of the hood, lead our people out the slum. Some won't follow, but the majority will come. Now Mama Harriet gun protected the underground. We all stuck together, nobody can turn around. Mississippi to Georgia, Georgia up to Canada. No matter what the state, she knew all the parameters. Stayed active in this area, for that I'm grateful. And in our collective efforts, let this be the staple.
I'm living in Tubman City. General Tubman, who commanded Union troops on the river called Baye, freeing over 800 enslaved Africans in one day. Just one wave she fought the curse of bondage, but also as a strategist, a scout, spy, a nurse, as a griot, spinning her daring tales in dialectic verse to rich northern sympathizers. No pennies from their purse. Pennies she used to fund her numerous southern expeditions, guided by starlight, faith and intuition as Moses on improbable mission after mission of divine manumission, with no fear of capture. She was once inches away from her former master with guile, avoiding recognition and disaster. She's smooth but tough, tender and loving but tough. Her own freedom wasn't enough. It was freedom or bust, but her own freedom was simply not enough.
We came to stay. No time for the same mistake. Aiming straight for the marks we claim to make. Who made us great? Monuments to the city. Blueprints by the hand of our creator's grace. Where I find peace and love at. More than just where the thugs and drugs at. From my mental throwing slugs back. Ain't no way to duck that. As a young buck back in my day, I learned I am young, gifted, and black. Taking 2 buses out the Roland Park every day, where fire emerges from a lonely spark through your Everglades. No one can ever say we take it to this far and beyond. My mind can ever stray. Class to a newfound discovery. That's right. Using my best friend, and I love it like it loves me. So that a testimony be the soundtrack, the heartbeat, pumping life into these dark streets of the city, y'all. With a black woman in City Hall, Harriet's essence still permeates through all. No hesitation at all, freedom's the only option. Hope the streets watching from Jordan Park to Hopkins. Gotta teach the children, no, we don't have a chance to unlearn these lies. Truly start to advance as a people. We still look to others to write the sequel. We know our history, look to others to write the sequel. Tubman, freedom fighter, general, spy. At times when our people by the stars in the sky. Enslaved as a child for the freedom of her mother, told her the gun is a woman, free herself. sisters and our brothers, stealthing undercover with our mind in one place, the freedom and the well-being of a race. Now we caught up in MySpace, trying to look slick. Videos, blood diamonds, and fresh new kicks. Went from prophets to pimps with no desire to reverse it. We gotta know the truth and have desire to rehearse it. Toughest city, they keep telling us believe. Supposedly the city that reads, people please get to know thyself. Use your mind as a tool. Mama Harriet ain't raised no fool, you know that. Mama Harriet ain't raised no fool, you hear me? Mama Harriet ain't raised no fool, we love you. Love Harriet ain't raised no fool. Mama Harriet ain't raised. Where we from is Toughest City. Mama Harriet ain't raised. We're not referred to it as Baltimore anymore. It is Toughest City. Where we stand right now is Banneker City. This is not Washington, D.C. This is not the District of Criminals. This is Banneker City. It was designed by Banneker, Benjamin Banneker. We all need to equip our youth with that. Chicago is DeSalvo City. That's right. Inglewood is Ebony Wood. Detroit is Coleman Young City. Coleman Young City. New York is John Henry Clarkstown. That's right. United Kingdom is United Kingdom. Let's rename it all. Let's take it back. Let's take it black. That's right. Everybody all right? Now, what we gonna do right here is we bringing forth a little protege of ours. Brother been going around the country with us, and he done paid his dues. So he's got a new mixtape out. This is our brother Flo. Factual libations overstood. That's the acronym. We ready to go into some stuff. Yo, I want to pledge allegiance to my African people.
To my African people.
Yo, leaders. Leaders of civilization, founders of humanity. Yo, I want to pledge to spread all I know through all my people. Let them shine bright.
Yeah. Here we go.
FLO. Factual libations.
New mixtape. Yo, new mixtape.
Ain't none of y'all better than us. When I'm talking about us, I'm talking about
Ain't none of y'all better.
United States of Africa.
That's right.
Yo, ain't none of y'all better with true live. Way before Lucas Skywalker with the power of true gods and goddesses. Before the modernist days, because the armed race was wrong and them misogynists. Before we trust them cowards equal, my Africans see the power of people. Our unity's the greatest in his story and ours the sequel. The truth you won't find in the tower steeple. It's 900 billion a year that we spend on our own impression instead of building and showing progression. Of our nation is no discussion, no peace, just the pieces of gold we bust with. I declare this the national anthem, patriotic to my Pan-African wisdom, attacking the system with real life expression on rapping the rhythm, producing real freedom with no lack in the vision. Cause ain't none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, and arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, and arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, and arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United Greats of Africa, freedom and justice. Black to the future, black souls is deeper than black holes. Infinitely vast, deep as the back toe. From ancient Greeks, rocking in black gold. On their clothes, necks and ears, the black toes. Is that why they wanna be black folk? Why they hating on the ridicule black folk? Struggle through the back door. For generations, a nation within a nation. They can't stop a black rose when it's growing in the semen. The truth is in our ovaries and showing in the semen. And when they ask, how you black, son, your skin so light? Because I shine like the sun, how I've been so bright. Tell we almost had to fade the black light. Back in the days of slavery, because we made the black light. Thought for black right, fist through the valley of death. Because we're here bringing the black light. Black none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, in arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, in arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, in arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, in arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, in arm and raw we trust. Can't hear y'all better than us. United States of Africa, in arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United States of Africa, in arm and raw we trust. Ain't none of y'all better than us. United Greats of Africa, freedom and justice for just us. Yeah, just us. You need their justice, it's just us, baby. That's what I'm talking about. New mixtape. That's the FLO expression. Volume 1, MySpace. MySpace.com/FLO6227. Alright, that's that's what we gonna do. I'm all living in black too, so if you got living in black page, look for Flow.
We got some folks a little scared of what's coming. You know
what I'm saying?
It's all about survival. Oh shit, the water's rising.
Okay.
You ain't had time to get no goodbyes into who?
Oh.
They probably about to die too.
What?
You tried to turn, but it didn't work.
Oh.
You T-bowed the news, but the sly fox and the box drowned in the pool of sparks.
Okay.
And now you swimming with the sharks.
It's
So
on
about
now.
to be from the life of that SUV, you got the luxury of a few more minutes to see the scene.
The first shall be last. What used to be civilization looks a lot more like Alcatraz. Scout the scene for food and shelter, using a collective savior within to help us return to the terror dome, depicting destiny of existence within a new era, homes. It's the rebirth of a new nation. Just learning to breathe first, cause research high and low through the rubble to feed thirst with t-shirts, trying to fight the clouds and cold nights. Essentials of the old life, praying for the coming of days, a raise of ride to show light, secure seeds to grow like from the harvest of the crop, for the circle to go right on for the darkness, to continue the H-law, survival of great art.
Check it, it's not the end of the world, it's a new transition, an opportunity to make an African decision, to get back to who we were, our own way of thinking, window of opportunity forever shrinking, California still sinking, East Coast submerged, I have a dream, the dream's now deferred, now heed the word, polar shift is in motion, reshaping of the map, the swelling of the ocean, the universal notion, Kepler was so needed, battle between nature and man, man's defeated, earth respects those that walk one with nature, in the ice age with the melting of the glaciers, Mother Earth will cleanse herself of all strife, presenting another self for us to breathe life, remember to lose your loved ones, get off the beat, protect yourself with survival skills, don't sleep.
Out of imminent danger, dog tired with no sleep. Breathe deep, assess the situation, inventory, check, navigation, check, head count, check, skill set evaluation, check, preparation for our continuation. This ain't the first time we faced extermination. Before these continents split, this whole planet was called Asia, and we mapped it. Longitude, latitude, precise mathematics. We ascend from them original Asiatics, pursuing perfection through practice. Now back to this, science of survival. When it goes down, grab your bug out bag, not your Bible. With the compass, flashlight, water purifier, maps, matches, waterproof attire. Think it's silly? If FEMA Katrina's your city, could you survive? Or simply drown in self-pity?
Basic instructions before loving earth. You gotta know her worth and how she gives birth. From almond raw rays of light, out of the soil, Mother Nature vegetates the land. So overstand, your cell phone, the internet won't be in demand. Get free or you can chill and wait on the white man. Falling up the white sands through the hourglass symbolizes the time we have to reenact the past.
For picking up the pieces, along with whatever the atmosphere and honor release. When the fan hit the thesis, using the scribes from survival tribes to teachers, make us something out of nothing. Keep a first eye, crosshairs out the scavengers that come out of hunting. Aim with precise measurement, preserving the science of what is truly heaven sent. We evident.
Your prized possessions are now dead weight. You no longer awake to punch a clock at 8. Instead, you watch the sky for what's to come. Survival first, but it's still second to some.
A big bang of the elements. Gravity to settle them. From high to mountaintops, hella bent.
Flow like a million Katrinas on steroids.
If you ain't ready, it's a good time to be paranoid. You know what I mean?
A perfect stranger can become your survival companion in times of danger. Can we trust us enough? How tough are we really without all the amenities we hold so dearly? Like indoor plumbing, walls and ceilings. You really get in touch with your feelings out in nature. Botanical healing. Be prepared to give up the things we clutch to like hospitals and groceries. Be prepared to give it all up because the end of this existence is more than probable.
That's right.
Alright. You ready? Holy shit.
What year is it? You've seen this many times. What year is it?
46, 47, I heard over here.
What year is it? Don't nobody know the year? Nobody knows the year. Nobody knows the year. Okay. That's why we here. That's why we here. Drop the check. Tell them. What happens in time when time's up? Time tells all things traveling, unraveling from atoms to galaxies, all things are gathering. When the chips all fall down, what's going to matter then? What happens in time when time's up? Time tells all things traveling, unraveling from atoms to galaxies, all things are gathering. When the chips all fall down, what's going to matter then? Born captive in this land, land of dairy and honey, where they get drunk off religion and think time is money. Africans always been here, set up for annihilation. The man, you ought to be scared. I track time like the Incas and Mayans, trying to reenact the time when the earth was still thriving. Didn't need cleansing, man and woman remembering. Respect nature, no compromising for the paper. The calendar wrong, baby, no wonder we late. Change the frame of your mind in 6249. No wonder we can't design, we need a paradigm shift. Crackers is buying time because they want to exist. Forever I'll resist these times of Babylon. Stripped from the youth, so Tubman City lives on to the next dimension. Time was never contingent for how we tracked it or how we choose to spend it.
Yeah, what happens to time when time's up?
Well,
Time tells all things travel.
Okay.
Traveling from
atoms
to galaxies, all things are gathering.
Come on.
When the chips all fall down, it's going to matter then.
To you.
What happens to time when time's up? Time tells all things traveling. Unraveling from atoms to galaxies, all things are gathering.
Yeah.
When the chips all fall down, what's going to matter then?
The truth.
Time is our currency. To be spent, traded, and accumulated. You hate it in the AM on the way to the plantation. Counting down to the next vacation as the clock is punched. Move slow on Fridays, but quick at lunch. That's relativity. Time can play both the warden and the prisoner. Keeper of the rhythm stirred in the gumbo of this rough free flow. We're trapped in the bars of the beats, but we know how to bend it. Transcend it and expand its relevance. Periodically table its elements and sent it to forever battle the pyramids. Deja vu it like Denzel did. Invoke Yehudi and Ozar to condescend. Then watch them split it up like two co-defendants.
Black tie bandits, overstand it.
What happens to time when time's up?
Okay.
Time tells all things traveling. Traveling atoms, the galaxies, all things gathering. When the chips all fall down, what's going to matter then?
To you.
What happens to time when time's up? Time tells all things traveling. Traveling atoms, the galaxies, all things gathering. When the chips all fall down, what's going to matter then?
Truth.
Like a shotgun straight to the head, away from your head. Resurrect the ungrateful dead, escape the dread, heading to a spiritual grave. Lyrically blaze to uplift and spiritually save. Man from self like a miracle came from the heavens above with wisdom. Just to hear him complain. Talk about time is money.
Okay.
But the time spent on chasing it, but our mind is funny. Nothing really to laugh at. The way we blast cash for cash, trading the true light for the line like dummies. See, time will concede to enemies to relieve you. Let you out your source of misery and release you into the old earth that conceives you.
Okay.
Pollute the air that you breathe with evil. I don't have to remind time is running out, but I ain't say to resort to life behind crime and gunning out. Truth will resurrect these righteous seeds for life to bleed. New dawn every time the sun is out.
So again, what happens to time when time's up? Time tells all things traveling, unraveling from atoms, the galaxies, all things are gathering. When the chips all fall down, what's gonna matter then? What happens to time when time's up? Time tells all things traveling, unraveling from atoms, the galaxies, all things are gathering. When the chips all fall down, what's gonna matter then? Time running constant, nothing wrong with tracking it by sundial or flooding of the Nile. The concept of time is deeply rooted in our hearts and DNA, still dormant today. I wonder when the time will come for revelation. Time is now for spiritual elevation. You got time on your cell phone, time on your wrist, time to make beats, time to write hits, time to go to work, time to go to school. Sometimes you keep your cool, sometimes you act the fool. No time like now to reinforce, take action, reclaim hours in a timely fashion. Time's mathematics, that's how we manage to track it. Sound barrier, that's how we manage to crack it. Oh, I'm hacking. Now that's a perfect time marker. Way before your Bernard Earthling grew darker. When everything in balance, or should I say my yacht? In 2012, you think time will stop? What happens to time when time's up?
Time tells all things traveling. Traveling, atoms, galaxies, all things gathering. When the chips all fall down, what's gonna matter then?
To you.
Time's up. Time tells all things traveling. Traveling, atoms, galaxies, all things gathering.
When the chips all fall down, what's gonna matter then? Truth.
6249, another drought. Just a few years left in the clock. It's running out, running bout all around the clock, like the big and the little hand. Hey yo, time is like the middleman of everything between the start and the end. of a more peaceful time and space and place. Life and death awaits, better guard your gates. Heaven is in the mind while we starve for grace. Why? Minority labor, but the harvest great. From inside the mind, the aura, hard to break. Soul is granted. Never take my soul for granted. That's word of everything that controls this planet. Time to word. What you fold is sanded with interest. Folk politics. Time for overstanding. That's word. To the double edge, graves on my tongue. Now time to run out. Just like the rays of the sun. Time.
Ever sublime. For your cellar, you read about the dime, but they give it to you free after nine. Daylight savings lines. 4 centuries stolen, the ultimate crime. The sun don't rise or set, y'all, they lying. I said the sun don't rise or set. The sun does not rise or set, they are lying. The sun is right where it's been all the damn time. And we're trying to clock it with seasons and signs, giving it reasons and rhymes. Same thing with time. The only thing actually moving is our minds. Through our thoughts we pass time.